Happy Tuesday. We are seeing that rough surf from what's happening in the Atlantic, but we're not seeing any direct impacts, which is some great news for us, as both of those hurricanes are going to be continuing to stay in the Atlantic. So we will see, as we head throughout the next couple of days, up to 11-foot breaking waves. So we are going to be seeing that very rough surf, that high rip current risk that could lead to some ocean overwash on NC-12. Right now, NC-12 looking okay, but we will be seeing during high tide over the next couple of cycles where we could be seeing some of that ocean overwash likely for us. We do have an area of high pressure, that ridge still building off to our north. That's going to be eventually reaching towards us for the weekend. And we have a stationary front that is off the coast. We've got the two hurricanes, Imelda and Umberto, and those guys are going to be making their way through the Atlantic. That stationary front, once we see Imelda making its way a little bit farther to the east, is going to be able to kind of follow, get wrapped up in those hurricanes following them. And then we'll be seeing that high pressure moving in. So because we're between all of these three different systems, we are right in the middle seeing those stronger northeasterly winds. So that's what's bringing us a little bit of trouble for our coastal communities. Here's a look at what we are seeing right now with Hurricane Umberto and Hurricane Imelda. Umberto is a Category 1 hurricane to the west of Bermuda. That is actually weakening really rapidly now, so it's expected to dissipate as we head into the day on Wednesday. Then we have a Category 1 hurricane, Imelda. They're both seeing those sustained winds of 80 miles per hour. That is expected to make its way towards Bermuda, could be strengthening into a Category 2 hurricane as it impacts Bermuda, and then it will be weakening after that and making its way still through the Atlantic. Again, very far away from us. We are just seeing that rough surf primarily from those hurricanes. What we're seeing now is also those stronger northeasterly winds. We'll see those gusts as we get into this evening up to about 30-35 miles per hour along the coast. We'll continue to see those gusts as the peak as we head into the day on Wednesday. We'll see those gusts up to 40 miles per hour for the Outer Banks and up to about 30 miles per hour along the rest of the coastline. So we'll see those waves up to about 11 feet as we head throughout the next couple of days here. So we are expecting to see that elevated surf lasting not only through those high winds period, which is going to be lasting through Thursday, but even into Friday, we're expecting to still see about 7-foot waves potentially out there. As we get into the weekend, those waves will be getting a little bit less for us. We do have that potential for that ocean overwash as we head throughout the next few high tide cycles for NC-12. We're also concerned about some tidal flooding as we move through high tide 5 p.m. Wednesday. That's going to be our worst tidal flooding from this northeasterly wind system. So we're going to be seeing minor tidal flooding, and that will be impacting us again throughout your Wednesday evening. We'll still be seeing barely those minor tidal flooding categories throughout the high tide cycles on Thursday. As for other areas, we have a couple that are going to be reaching moderate tidal flooding status. For Lynnhaven Inlet during Wednesday evening 5 p.m. we'll be seeing that reaching into your moderate category. Same situation for Smithfield and Nassawadox. Nassawadox will be staying moderate, borderline moderate, I'll say, as we head throughout the next couple of tide cycles. Otherwise, we'll be seeing minor for Lynnhaven Inlet and Smithfield after that high tide cycle on Wednesday evening. As for the rain, we're really not seeing a whole lot of moisture out there. A couple of spotty showers the rest of the day today, holding on to that cloud cover today and tonight. Then as we get into Wednesday, as we see that stationary front moving a little bit farther east of us and dissipating, and then we have those hurricanes that are moving more east, we'll see that high pressure starting to nudge in a bit more. So that will be allowing these clouds to begin to clear out as we head into the later parts of the day on Wednesday. Should be able to see a good mix of sun and clouds out there for the day on Thursday. We're also going to be able to enjoy lower humidity. So dew points will be dropping later on today, and we'll be able to enjoy that very dry air as we head into the rest of the work week and potentially into the weekend as well. We'll be seeing cooler air. We'll have the coolest day be Thursday with those highs in the upper 60s. Then we start to warm up. The weekend looks great. Again, lower humidity, those temperatures in the mid to the upper 70s, lots of sunshine, nice and dry, and we'll continue to warm up a little bit for the beginning of the work week.